A sports legend or a traitor? A basketball star or a mercenary? Today on our episode of Hero's Journey, we're gonna tell the story of the greatest NBA player of all time. Or is he?
No, everybody was just talking how they were.
But from now on, we'll share how the powerful LeBron James needed to have the courage to make a difficult decision that boosted his career but also nearly destroyed his reputation in sports. He wasn't afraid to displease others to chase his dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, the great LeBron James. Born in Ohio, James came into the world on December 30, 1984, in one of the country's poorest regions and had to overcome turbulent times to reach the top. LeBron grew up in the city, facing family challenges since his father was not present during his upbringing, and his mother faced difficulties raising him alone. In light of this situation, when James was just 9 years old, his mother Gloria decided to let him live with Frank Walker, a local football coach. It was Walker who introduced LeBron to sports. But first he ventured into the world of football, and the young boy quickly began to participate in more structured competitions. His athletic performance helped his team achieve success, not only locally, but also nationally. Despite his clear vocation for sports, James had yet to experience playing on the courts and feeling the joy of shooting a ball into the basket. That changed when he received a gift that altered his journey's course. Attempting to distract her son and keep him away from street crime, his mother gave young James a basketball, immediately sparking a new passion in him. Practicing at home, LeBron spent many hours a day increasingly honing his skills with the ball. During high school at St. Vincent, he became a very talented student athlete, and his game scores were so significant that he managed to be recruited by a professional team in the 2003 draft without even attending college. Yes, LeBron attracted so much attention from professional basketball clubs that he was selected by the Cleveland Cavaliers, jumping from school to a professional team.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
But never stop studying, guys, unless you're LeBron James. At just 18, he began his journey in the world's most famous basketball league. And interestingly, right in his first season, he won the Rookie of the Year award. His journey with the team lasted 7 years, and during this period, he didn't win any titles with Cleveland, despite being considered the team's great player and having a solid fan base who admire his playing style. But it was from this point that our hero needed to face a great battle to reach the #1 spot in the world. In 2010, he had to make a decision that shocked the USA. This choice generated one of the biggest controversies of his career and nearly destroyed his victorious trajectory in sports. LeBron James decided to participate in a famous American program called The Decision. That special episode of the TV show was highly commented on and generated enormous media coverage and speculation about which team LeBron would announce he'd play for in the next season. This program was broadcast by ESPN on July 8, 2010, setting viewership records, but ended up generating a very negative repercussion for the player after his final verdict. LeBron announced he would leave the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Miami Heat. This event marked an unprecedented moment in professional sports history, not only because of the impact of the decision itself, but also because of how it was presented to the public. During the program, LeBron announced his intentions with a famous phrase,
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The problem is that the way the decision was announced caused a great disappointment among a legion of Cleveland fans who imagined he would not abandon his hometown.
He is dead to me. About the NBA. And he goes to Miami, where the most fickle fans are?
I just want to say that I'm a big LeBron fan, and this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me.
This public and spectacular announcement generated a very negative reaction from fans and heavy judgments even from the Cavaliers owner, Dan Gilbert. He published an open letter harshly criticizing LeBron for his decision. LeBron's public image took a significant hit after the decision. Much of the press and basketball public began to treat him as the villain, a role he had not experienced before in his career. What few people know is that this spectacle set up for that announcement had a positive intention of donating to charitable institutions. and the program's repercussion was so impactful that they managed to raise millions of dollars for social institutions. Despite the bad fame after this, James had a good results in the following years. During his time at Miami Heat, LeBron won 2 NBA championships and 2 NBA MVP awards. His choice proved very correct and opened doors to create his legacy. LeBron's decision to join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh at the Miami Heat is often cited as the beginning of the era of super teams in the NBA. But he didn't forget his hometown, and our hero fulfilled the promise he had made years earlier, and after leaving the Miami Heat in 2014, LeBron James returned to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
There's no place like home.
He had a remarkable journey, culminating in winning the NBA championship in 2016, the first in the franchise's history. So basically 5 years after his departure, the guy came back to his hometown even with many people's hate and managed to win the title for his team. Thanks to this achievement and because of the way he was able to win the finals against Golden State Warriors after being 3-1 down, he consolidated himself even more as one of the greatest players of all time. Later, he joined the Los Angeles Lakers in 2018, where he continued to add notable achievements to his career. LeBron is currently the highest all-time scorer in NBA history. He also accumulated thousands of assists and rebounds, demonstrating his versatility as a player. Until the 2023-24 season, LeBron James played 1,469 regular season games and won the MVP award 4 times in his career to date. Does he still have one left in the tank? What we can guarantee is that the decision remains an iconic moment in sports history, symbolizing a new era in athletes' autonomy, career management, and interaction with the public and media. And our hero proved that when we trust our decisions and act with our hearts, regardless of the acceptance of the general public, we have a better chance of achieving our dreams. Now we want to hear from you. Which significant fact from LeBron James' life transformed the poor boy from Ohio into a real-life hero? And can LeBron be considered the GOAT, surpassing MJ? Leave your comment on it below. If you like this content, please leave a like to reach more people. And if you want to discover new stories like this, please subscribe to our channel to receive the next episode of Hero's Journey. I'll see you next time.